Hello, Governor. It's Irish Bear 76. Doing my 30-day follow-up video. I still feel like I've been miraculously cured. Little subtle differences I've been noticing, things that I didn't expect. That I guess I didn't even realize. Like, for example, I would get spasticities at night previously. And it would, like, severe and like very painful. The worst Charlie horse ever times 20, you know. And I've noticed I haven't had those. And even when I used to have them, like when I would get them, I would, you know, like almost tearfully painful when they would happen. But then, like, when it was over, you would fall into like this coma of like when the spasticity just like let up, you would go into a very deep sleep. And the only thing that would remind you that it even happened the night before was you would wake up and you would have soreness in every muscle that, you know, twitched and locked up. And I've just noticed this, that I don't have that feeling anymore. Like, you know, whether I'd have it once a week, once a month, however often the spasticity would have. And there's definitely a correlation with stress and if I'm fighting another, you know, like cold or something. But I'd noticed that. I seriously have noticed that my legs are different. I didn't realize how much spasticity had made my legs stiff. And now when I walk, it's pretty weird. It's like my legs are loosey-goosey, if that makes any sense. Loosey-goosey. So it's like I'm relearning to walk. I caught myself doing something really cool the other day, and yeah, I kind of took it for granted for a second, and I thought, holy crap, this is amazing. But I work at a big facility in a big spread out, you know, grounds and things, and there's a few flights of stairs. And I'd always taken the elevator, and I would go indoors instead of being outside to go to where I needed to go. And I've been noticing that, and I know the weather was cooling off, but we had a record for September. We had a record temperature the other day, 95 degrees. And it wasn't until the end of the day that I realized 95-degree weather at my job used to have me with my head spinning and just feeling bad, and now I can do like a 13-hour shift, no problemo. I mean, I don't even start to get dizzy. My vision stays crisp and clear. So I noticed that, and I ramble. I had started to run down the stairs. I'm holding a fountain Coke in one hand. I take like an Igloo cooler, a bag. I take it to work with me so I can follow my Atkins diet instead of, you know, doing the fast food and everything, which has really helped. So I have this big heavy cooler, this fountain Coke, and I'm holding them, and I'm just like running down the stairs. And I run down the first flight and then the second flight, and then I'm like, I ran. I didn't even think about falling. I didn't even think about dragging my foot. Weird. So that's like super cool. And man, what else? My vision's still awesome. Daytime drowsiness pretty much non-existent. Wow. I mean, my thoughts are a little bit more clear. My head has a lot going on in it anyway. No, not really. I'm one of those people that obsesses about things. So if there's a potential for something that could go wrong, I will obsess about it. And I'm always thinking about problems from every angle, like every way that you could look at it or question it or what supports it. And I do that a lot. And it kind of comes off like I doubt myself, but what I'm actually doing is I'm trying to foster communication with people to where I feel that I've explained it the best that I can. That's why I tend to repeat myself and things like that. But yeah, I've noticed that I don't have to do that as much now. Like when I say it, I have a lot of confidence that it makes sense. So, I mean, more than it used to be. But all in all, everything's been really, really awesome. I mean, I can run. I can run, and I can run fast if I really want to. If I really need to, you know, my speed, just my walking pace is much, much faster. Like I had told you, there was once I was going to the license branch. My dad had to go with me, and this was before I was diagnosed with MS. And my dad had said, "Mark, you move so slow." And you know, I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "Just you walk slower than an old man. Did you see that you just crossed the street? Did you even notice that it took you like almost 2 minutes or whatever?" I'm like, "No, I guess I'm just slow." And I thought kind of my dad was veiling away of a veiled attempt to call me lazy or something, you know, because he's always busting my balls. But no, he had observed that I was walking very slow. And I guess I've walked so slow, even before the MS, for so long, that now when I'm whipping through the hospital grounds, it's like, wow, I'm not sweating, I'm not dizzy. So it's phenomenal. And, you know, and there have been a lot of negative reports this week. And I'm not saying that the people are being negative, just the outcome is negative. I mean, my heart really hurts for Tommy, having gone to the same doctor. And he wasn't a very aggressive doctor. And I see where Tommy's frustration is. Because, you know, when you have an aggressive disease, you want an aggressive treatment. And like I had said, my disease had, you know, kind of sputtered off. Which is why I'm going to make another video, a short video, but, well, I'll try to make it a short video. I'm going to discuss further what I think CCSVI actually is now. I don't think it's the sole reason why we're sick, but I do think it's the biggest contributing factor. But I think there are other things, and I've talked about it before, but I'm really going to try and make, and please do your research. Like when I say fibrin, don't just assume, oh, he knows what fibrin is. So if he says it's look it up, look, investigate for the study that I had read, and I'll try and find it myself. But it had said during times of stress we have a higher fibrin content in our blood, and fibrin causes the blood to be stickier and thicker. And think about that. You're narrowed a little bit. MS exacerbations are preceded by stress a lot of times. You don't know how many people I've heard, you know, when my father died, the stress from that put me in an exacerbation, or going through a divorce, or when my kid, you know, broke their leg and couldn't, you know, and I had to be a caregiver for him. Just, you know, things that stress you out, financial, spiritual, emotional, just things that just stress you out. I think they contribute to us exacerbating or having flare-ups. And I think there's a perfect storm of 3 big things that I really have an intuition may really help. So I'm hoping after I make this video, maybe somebody that's wanting to really research CCSVI seriously from a unbiased stance will see the video, and maybe they could incorporate some clinical trials or something, or not so much clinical trials, but just studies, like research studies, to see what the fibrin content is in our blood when we exacerbate. You know, right before they hit you up with your 1 gram of Solumedrol or whatever, check the blood. See, you know, look for markers that are in the blood that are saying the fibrin's out of whack. But anyway, I'll go to that on the next video. I just wanted to let all you guys know how much I really truly care for you and appreciate you. And Tommy, like I said, I wish you'd had the results that I had, but I know that you'll get the results in time. It's early in the game, man. OMARIO, you got stuff coming back. I love you, man. You know, in the UK, they're going to have to do something about people who've gone abroad and been treated, because they have a diagnosis now. And if you have a diagnosis of an illness, they're pretty much bound by their oath to take care of it. And Andrea, I think Andrea is going to be one interesting, because she was saying it feels worse. This feels worse. And I was sitting there thinking, everything's coming back to life. So she may very well feel like crap. But in maybe a month, I'm hoping that she'll say, you know what? I think the reason I felt like crap was I could actually, my mind and my muscles were talking again, and my muscles were saying, we're not here anymore. physical therapy, Andrea, I really think, and Tommy too, and OMARIO, physical therapy, because how much of it is I'm restenosing, and how much of it is my body's been denied these nerve impulses that help muscles to coordinate, and you kind of have to learn to walk, talk, everything over, because now you have an actual communication between the muscles and the brain. So it's going to take a minute, and you're going to feel bad. You're going to use muscles you've never used for years. You're going to experience things. So I'm hoping, just temper, I tell people to temper their excitement, to be, try to be pragmatic. But temper your pragmatism and see it for what it is. You may feel bad now because you feel now, okay? All right, that's all I had to say. Love you guys. Bears are 2-0. Go Bears. Bears. All right, I gotta go. I'm starting to ramble. All right, so keep trucking. All right.